Kunal Shah is also with us, Senior Technical and Derivative Analyst at LKP Securities. Very good afternoon, Kunal. Hope you're doing well today. A quick take on the Nifty IT and the Bank Nifty.
Good afternoon. I think market seems to be very resilient on the lower end for Nifty specifically. If we talk about in today's trading session, IT has been in the flavor 21,650, 700, which was the support zone, which was even the 20-day moving average for the Nifty index. We didn't break that. And we are continuing this up move on the higher end. So I think a good up move is likely to come in the near term. I'm expecting Nifty to go towards first target of 22,200. And once that is taken out decisively, we expect even 22,600, 800 to come in the very short term. Talking about the Lagarde Bank Nifty, I think this is where some concerns are there. Bank Nifty is still trading below its 20-day moving average. So I think Bank Nifty still has a lot of room to go on the upside. First, 46,500 is what the immediate resistance is. Once we surpass that levels on a closing basis, then we will see a good rally in the Bank Nifty index as well. So I think Nifty is something which one should be aggressive long on. Bank Nifty is something which one should wait and watch. If we get a confirmation above 46,000, then probably a trade can be set up on Bank Nifty.
So wait and watch on Bank Nifty, go aggressive on the Nifty, says Kunal. Kunal, your take on the IT runners, the IT stars of the day, and all of them on the front line, TCS, HCL Tech, anything that you like over here and are showing possibilities of a fresh buy-in at these levels?
In an index which had already given a breakout 2 days back, and now the follow-up move has started over here. So I think one stock which I would like to highlight over here on the IT space is InfoEdge. So I think InfoEdge has given a very strong breakout on the technical chart, that is Naukri, and we might see this up move continuing in the near term. So 5,393 is where currently it is trading. One can keep a stop loss on the downside at 5,260, and one can look for targets on the higher end for 5,600 to 5,750. So I think a very strong breakout has been coming after a long consolidation phase. This will be a sharp short covering rally what we'll be getting in Naukri, and I think the targets what I mentioned will be achieved in the next 2 to 3 days.
Let me go quickly across now to Varsha, who's joining us with a list of stocks that are buzzing in trade today. Kunal, would you see any reason to buy Paytm with its upswing today?
I think there's no point of bottom fishing right now. I think this is just a first buy, what we are getting from the lower levels. So if I look on the chart perspective, it needs to still give me a confirmation bottom that has been formed. I think it's a wait and watch situation right now. Don't need to jump in. Let the charts get cleared probably in the next 10 to 15 days. And probably then we'll have a good, if there's a bottom that is formed, then we could probably take a fresh entry.
Okay.
All right, markets looking strong, and no surprises that the IT pack is leading the charge completely. In fact, most sectors doing decently except for banks. The Nifty Bank is where the pain points remain. Oil and gas stocks also showing quite a bit of strength this afternoon. Petronet, LNG, of course, on top of that list, and we'll come to why in just a bit. But BPCL, HPCL, IOC, all of them showing no signs of letting up. Quick take from Kunal on some of the oil and gas pack, and anything if you like here, Kunal?
Yeah, I think already the sector has rallied a lot. I think if you look at the breakout on the technical charts, it was 1.5 months before. And from those levels, whether you name it an IOC, BPCL or an HPCL, they all have done very well. But one counter which I would like to highlight over here, which still has some upside left over here, and that counter would be GAIL, Gas Authority of India. I think there is still upside left in this stock of 182, 183 is where the stock is currently trading. The support for the stock on technicals is at 173. One can look for upside levels of 195 to 200 on the upside. So GAIL is ready to hit that 200 mark on the upside.
Okay.
So Petronet LNG in focus. Kunal, you talked about GAIL, but what about Petronet LNG?
So I think even that is looking very good on the chart perspective. The main earlier resistance for the stock, which was around 246 to 47 zone. That was taken out decisively, and post that we have seen a very good rally. So I think the stock on the higher end is likely to go towards that mark of 303, 310 levels on the upside. So clearly even a buy from the current levels.
Oberoi Realty and DLF. Are those the two of your top picks, Dharmesh?
Yeah, Tabana. Those are the two.
Okay. Let me get Kunal's view. Ajmera, Godrej Properties and top picks in this space.
Yeah, I think overall looking at the reality space, you have seen a massive rally in the entire sector. But going forward, if I look at some of the counters which will do very well, I don't think the entire pack will do very well going forward. I think DLF continues to be a top pick from the technical side from my end as well. I think the structure still remains on the bullish end. We are seeing on the lower time frame as well, higher high, higher low formations intact. Above 800, there will be a new up move which will be starting, which will be taking the stock towards 850, 860 zone. I think DLF is something which one should look at the current levels. Even from the current levels, a 10% upside is possible.
Which kind of delivered, maybe Dabur did a little bit as well. FMCG, is there pain or could that be turning around? Now, Kunal, it's very difficult to call this out fundamentally because the commentary from some of the majors also has been iffy, though I think there are notes which are saying that rural recovery is seen around the corner. But in terms of the names, today FMCG is taking a bit of a stick. How do the charts or what do the derivative positions tell you?
I think definitely, even if I look on the chart, Neeraj, I think the entire sector, the Nifty FMCG chart, is trading in a clear-cut downtrend. So there are lower high, lower low formations which are intact. In fact, the entire sector is on the verge of a breakdown as well. So 54,000 is something which is a make or break level for the index. Currently, it is trading at 54,400. So I think below 54,000, the real pain will start coming in for the entire FMCG pack. And that is where we'll see the Nifty FMCG even going to the levels of 52,200 on the downside. So I think FMCG is something which one should clearly avoid. A lot of money is shifting from this FMCG space and going into the other packs. So I think that is where the real momentum will pick up.
One exception perhaps would be a Varun Beverages. Clutch of reports this morning quite bullish on their numbers. Numbers also look largely decent. Focus on high revenue, high margin segments has been loaded, and that's talk about 3% up. I'm coming back to you, Kunal, on a take on Varun Beverages.
I think Varun Beverages is one stock which has been an outperformer from the entire FMCG space. And I think the kind of chart structure it has already seen a very sharp rally from the lower levels. So from the current levels, I think a fresh entry doesn't make any sense. But if you are holding it from the lower levels, continue holding it with a trailing stop loss of 1300 on the downside.
Okay, well, 3:20, so time to get in closing strategies from our guests. Kunal, a BTST or an STBT idea or two, as the case may be?
Yes, I think definitely a BTST idea here. Firstly, I would like to highlight about one sector, that is metals. I think Nifty Metal is something which is looking very strong on the technical charts, and still there is very much upside room which is possible in the entire sector as well. So I think as a BTST candidate, my top pick over there would be Tata Steel. 144, 145 is somewhere what it is trading right now. One can keep a stop loss of 140 on the downside and look for targets of 150 to 153 on the higher end. So Tata Steel is my first top pick from the FMCG, from the metal space. The next thing which I'm liking over here on the technical charts is Patanjali. If you look at the chart, the stock had been in a sideways consolidation. Specifically in today's trading session, we have seen a base formation plus a bullish engulfing candle, which is a bullish reversal candle on the technical chart. So I think a very good up move could be seen in the tomorrow's trading session on Patanjali. So 1600 is somewhere where it is currently trading. One can initiate long positions, keep a stop loss of 1540 and look for targets of 1700 to 1750 on the upside.
Wow, that's well.
The other thing that's looking interesting today are metal stocks. SAIL, nearly 8% up. Nalco, Hind Copper, all of them are completely on a roll. And you're seeing, those pops of excitement as far as metal is concerned on and off, but perhaps not as consistently. I'm going to start with Kunal on, anything that you like in this space.
I think, as I mentioned, metal as the sector is looking extremely bullish for the next 1 to 2 months. I think we could see some huge upside coming in the entire space. For me, I'll have one topic over here, and that would be Graphite India. So this is a cash counter. If you look at the technical charts of graphite, it has already given us a very good symmetrical triangle breakout in yesterday's trading session. Post that, there has been a follow-up move in the stock as well. So somewhere close to around 600, the stock is trading here. I'll have a positional view of this for the next 1.5 month or so. One can initiate long positions in at current market price or at any dips towards 570, 560 as well. On the lower end, the support for the stock is placed at 530, and one can look for aggressive higher end targets of 710 to 750 on the upside. So I think graphite is something which is looking very good on the chart, and we can see a very good momentum buy from the current levels.
So that's all the time we have today on India Market Close. From Neeraj, me and the entire team that put it together. Thank you so much for watching.